I'm Lesley Logan, and today we're doing spine stretch forward on the mat with tips and some modifications. So first I'm going to go over the ideal version of spine stretch forward, then I'll talk about some ways you could modify it if you need to, and also when you're advancing it, what that would even look like. If you're watching this from the OPC deck of flashcards, thank you so much. I love those cards and I'm so glad that you're using them. If you're like, what are the OPC flashcards? Over at onlinepilatesclasses.com, you can purchase your own deck of flashcards that have all the mat exercises, including lots of tips that go along with these videos. So to get into spine stretch forward, you actually come from crisscross. So you would literally be doing your crisscross and then just sit up and go right into it. A lot of people like to make a Pilates a little bit precious and set up every single exercise. But really, the goal is to take what you've learned from the previous exercises into the next exercise. And so I don't want to see too much fidgeting around to get just right, okay? That being said, once you're in position, what you do want to have on is what's going to help make this exercise more possible for a lot of people, especially my tight hip flexor folks. So legs are as wide as your mat, feet are flexed. Make sure you're not just flexing your toes, right? Or just doing that, or overdoing it so your knees are pushing down, but your heels are up. Press the heels down. Feel this wrapping sensation of your outer hips. Hands between your legs. Inhale, sit up tall. Exhale to round forward. When you pulse, it's the same pulse action from your roll up. You pulse 1, 2, 3, you inhale, sit really tall. And again, this is pulling back, but I'm not tipping my pelvis forward. So when I round forward, I'm not bringing my hip points to my thighs. My hip points, it's like the pelvis is a bowl of soup. It stays a bowl of soup. It's holding all the soup as I stretch up and over it. What you don't want to be doing is pulsing with your shoulders. So like this, right? That's all the arms. You also don't want to be coming down to your legs, even if you can keep your pelvis still. So lifting up really tall, rounding forward, pulse 3 times, feel your low ribs come as far away from your thighs as possible, and then come up. Your goal is to really prepare you for where we're going next, which is open leg rocker. So as you're going forward, this shape is going to become that open leg rocker, right? Even when you do the one with the legs are closed, it's the same shape here as it was here. Just want to practice that. If you're like, girl, I can't get my legs straight, I hear you. There are days when you can get them straight, but it's not pleasant either. So instead of elevating, which I have seen done and it is an option, the truth is that elevating would be my last resort because it's really hard to get flexible enough to take the elevation away. So I would rather see you start off with some bent knees and work that lift, right? I could even see you have more of a cross leg or a diamond shape and do the exercise and get that stretch on, and then always do a couple after you've modified and see if you can get any straighter in the legs so that you're really practicing to get yourself to the next level. Even if you just do one, you're like, oh, that's as far as I go. That's it then. That's where you go today. It's okay to have a practice and not a perfect. That's what we do here at OPC anyways. So more advanced of it, you are trying to go as far as you can with your spine without changing your pelvis, and you want to keep the rhythm. So you would just do, the way you could advance is you go from this crisscross and you're like, boom, I know where I am, and you do 3, and you don't take time to be so precious and perfect about the position, and you go right into the next one. And that's what I want to see from every advanced person is I don't see this setup between each exercise. It's almost like I'm just watching you move, right? It's almost like watching an animal out there doing their stretches. You don't know the rhyme or reason to what they're doing, but their body does. That's how your mat practice should be the more advanced you get. If you're wanting to get a practice going in your body, then I want you to come to onlinepilatesclasses.com where we do life better.